Stretching across the vast sun-baked plains of Seyranchol in western Azerbaijan, history lies just beneath the surface. This is a dramatic landscape, a crossroads of ancient cultures nestled near the modern borders of Georgia and Armenia. For millennia, this region has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the march of armies, and the quiet passage of nomadic tribes. It is here, within the protected boundaries of the Keşikçidağ State Historical and Cultural Reserve, that a truly remarkable discovery has been made. The reserve itself is a treasure trove, a high-altitude sanctuary dotted with natural caves, ancient shelters, and the formidable ruins of the Sentinel Castle, or Keşikçidağ, which once stood guard over this sacred ground. This is a place where every hill and every stone seems to whisper stories of the past. The landscape is punctuated by distinctive burial mounds known as kurgans. These are not merely hills of earth. They are monumental tombs, deliberately constructed by the people of the Bronze and Iron Ages to honor their most important dead. Think of them as the pyramids of the steppe. Each kurgan represents a profound connection between the living and the deceased, a physical marker of a community's social structure, beliefs, and reverence for its leaders. For archaeologists, these mounds are sealed time capsules, protecting the secrets of societies that left behind no written records. To excavate a kurgan is to peel back the layers of time, offering a rare and intimate glimpse into a world that vanished thousands of years ago. Within this ancient necropolis, a team of archaeologists, as part of a 5-year excavation project, stumbled upon a kurgan of particular interest. Designated Yovsanlidere, it was a substantial mound, measuring nearly 30 meters across and standing 2 meters high. Its size alone suggested the person buried within was of great importance. Little did the team know that they were on the verge of uncovering a burial that would challenge our understanding of the Middle Bronze Age in the Caucasus. What lay beneath the earth was not just another chieftain's grave, but the final resting place of a figure who, even in death, commanded a powerful presence and was surrounded by mysteries waiting to be solved. The Keşikçidağ Reserve is a layered tapestry of history. Long before the kurgans were built, its natural caves provided shelter for early humans. Later, during the Christian era, these same cavities were transformed into secluded churches and monastic cells, their walls still bearing faint traces of sacred art. The Sentinel Castle, perched high on a rocky outcrop, served as a vital defensive outpost, a symbol of power and control over the surrounding territory. This continuous thread of human occupation makes the reserve a unique and invaluable archaeological site. The discovery of the warrior's tomb adds another, even more ancient chapter to this rich and complex story, connecting us directly to the powerful individuals who shaped this land nearly 4 millennia ago. As the archaeologists carefully removed the earth from the central chamber, a breathtaking scene came into view. There, laid to rest in a semi-flexed position, was the skeleton of a man who would have been a giant among his people. Modern analysis estimates his height at over 2 meters, or about 6 feet 7 inches tall. In an era when the average male stood significantly shorter, this individual would have been an imposing, almost mythical figure. His sheer physical stature suggests he was a powerful warrior, a leader whose presence on the battlefield would have inspired both awe in his allies and terror in his enemies. His very bones tell a story of status and physical prowess, marking him as a pivotal member of his society. The most astonishing artifact found with him was the weapon he still seemed to be clutching in death. It was a unique, 4-pronged bronze spearhead, a type of weapon never before seen in the archaeological record of Azerbaijan. The spear's unusual design suggests it was not a standard-issue military tool, but a bespoke item, perhaps a symbol of his high rank or a special ceremonial weapon. This rare find indicates that the warrior was no ordinary soldier. He was likely a military commander or a chieftain of immense prestige. The spear, along with a bronze dagger and other tools carved from sharp obsidian, formed an arsenal intended to accompany him into the next life, ensuring he remained a formidable force even beyond the grave. Beyond his weapons, the warrior was adorned with personal items that speak to his wealth and status. Around his ankles were heavy bronze ornaments, and scattered around his body were beads made from glass or paste, precious materials that would have been acquired through long-distance trade networks. These items of jewelry were not just for decoration. They were powerful symbols of his social standing and his community's ability to access exotic goods. Each bead and each piece of bronze tells a story of connection, trade, and the sophisticated tastes of a Bronze Age elite. The careful placement of these objects shows a deep-seated belief that one's identity and status were carried from this world into the next. The discovery of this giant warrior provides a tangible link to the heroic figures often described in ancient myths and legends. It is easy to imagine how a man of his stature, armed with a unique and deadly spear, could have become the subject of epic tales passed down through generations. This find moves such figures from the realm of folklore into the solid reality of history. The man in the Yovsunlider kurgan was a real person, a leader who lived and died 3,800 years ago, and his tomb gives us an unprecedented opportunity to understand the life and death of a Bronze Age hero in the Caucasus. The tomb itself was a masterpiece of funerary architecture, revealing a highly sophisticated and symbolic understanding of the journey into the afterlife. The burial chamber was not a simple pit. It was a large, rectangular space constructed with immense effort and protected by 14 massive limestone slabs, each weighing around a ton. The interior was deliberately partitioned into 3 distinct sections, each with its own profound meaning. This careful arrangement demonstrates that the burial was not a hasty affair, but a meticulously planned ritual, designed to ensure the deceased's successful transition from the world of the living to the realm of the dead. It was a permanent home, built to last for eternity. The first section of the chamber was dedicated to the warrior himself. Here, his body was laid to rest, surrounded by the weapons and personal belongings that defined his identity in life. This space symbolized the separation of the physical body from the living world. It was his final earthly domain, a sealed-off reality where he remained forever the powerful leader he once was. At the head of the entire kurgan, a bull-shaped stone idol stood guard, a spiritual protector watching over the tomb. This powerful symbolism suggests a belief system where potent animal spirits played a role in safeguarding the dead and guiding them on their journey. The second section of the tomb was prepared as a pantry for the afterlife. It contained a remarkable collection of 12 beautifully decorated ceramic vessels. These jugs were not empty. They were filled with the cooked bones of goats, horses, cows, and boar. This was clearly a funerary feast, provisions packed for a long journey. The choice of animals, especially the horse, which was a high-status animal, further underscores the importance of the deceased. This part of the tomb provides clear evidence of a belief in a tangible afterlife, a place where the spirit would continue to need sustenance, just as the living do. The patterns on the pottery, created with white inlay, added another layer of ritual significance to these offerings. Most mysteriously, the third and final section of the burial chamber was left completely empty. Archaeologists believe this was intentional and highly symbolic. This empty space may have represented the spiritual part of the journey, the destination itself, or the unknown path the soul must travel. It could signify the abstract, non-physical realm of the afterlife, a space beyond human comprehension that could not be filled with earthly goods. This deliberate void speaks volumes about the complexity of Bronze Age beliefs. It suggests a cosmology that acknowledged both the physical needs of the afterlife and the intangible spiritual nature of the soul's ultimate voyage into eternity. This extraordinary discovery at Yovsunlider is far more than just the unearthing of a single fascinating individual. It is a key that unlocks a deeper understanding of the entire South Caucasus region during the Middle Bronze Age, around 1800 BC. The sheer scale of the kurgan, the unique grave goods, and the complex ritual layout of the tomb provide invaluable data on the social hierarchies that govern these ancient communities. The existence of such an elaborate burial for one man confirms the presence of a powerful ruling class, whose members commanded immense resources and were afforded a godlike status in death. It paints a picture of a highly stratified society with sophisticated traditions. The contents of the tomb shine a light on the interconnectedness of the ancient world. The presence of materials like obsidian and glass paste beads indicates that these communities were not isolated. They were part of sprawling trade networks that stretched across the Caucasus and perhaps beyond, connecting them to distant cultures and economies. The unique four-pronged spear, while locally unprecedented, challenges us to reconsider the development and distribution of Bronze Age weaponry. Finds like this force us to redraw the maps of ancient influence and interaction, showing a world that was far more dynamic and cosmopolitan than previously imagined. The elaborate funerary rites observed in the tomb offer a profound insight into the spiritual and cosmological beliefs of its builders. The tripartite division of the chamber, body, provisions, and the void, represents a sophisticated philosophy of life, death, and the soul. It shows a culture that thought deeply about what it meant to die and what came next. The inclusion of animal sacrifices and a guardian idol reveals a rich spiritual life intertwined with the natural world. This tomb is not just a grave, it is a theological statement carved in earth and stone, providing a rare window into the minds of people from 3,800 years ago. Ultimately, the grave of the giant warrior of Azerbaijan fundamentally enriches the narrative of our shared human past. Each artifact, from the mighty spear to the smallest bead, adds a new sentence to a story we are only just beginning to piece together. It reminds us that history is not a static collection of facts, but a living discipline, constantly being revised and expanded by new discoveries. This tomb, hidden for nearly 4 millennia beneath the plains of Seyranchol, has now given a voice to a lost world, revealing the complexity, artistry, and profound humanity of the ancient civilizations of the Caucasus. It is a powerful testament to the enduring mysteries that still lie buried, waiting to change everything we thought we knew.